And we are live. Let's try to have a game this evening, even though some people are not in a best of mood. I almost crashed my car twice today, so yeah, weirder things have happened, I'd say.
It's the weather, I'm telling you.
I think that's because it went from like 7 Celsius to -5 today, and there's probably been some flash freezing. So
Good Lord, man.
there's probably a layer of ice on top of everything. So yeah, well, that's weather at this time of year. And we're supposed to get another, 6 inches of snow tomorrow evening. It's all over the place. It's Quebec weather in winter, almost spring, or as we know it, before construction season. Road construction is the biggest thing here. Are we not live on YouTube? Is YouTube not live? Let me see here. No, it says live on YouTube. Okay. There's the restream's acting up a bit for that, I think.
It seems okay.
Yeah, well, I mean, I'm streaming an hour later than I normally do, I guess. This weekend I can't. Well, not that I can't. I don't want to stream on Saturday for sure because Big 20 NES race is at 1 p.m. Eastern, and I'm gonna watch that. And
Oh, hell yeah.
usually in the evening on the Saturdays, I've got another race, SMZ3 race, Super Metroid Zelda 3 randomizer combo race that's on every Saturday. I watch every Saturday, just shooting the shit with friends. So Saturday is probably going to be a dead day for me. I might not even record a video like I normally do on Saturday. I might actually delay it by a few hours, few days. It'll depend on how things are. It's not anything special. David is here. Let's say hello to David. He's normally here. This will be a probably much easier mission.
Hello, David.
I've not balanced to you guys' BV. You are way up over where I'm at, but you still have something special to do. You've got those Anhur transport Anhur. Not sure how you're supposed to say that. Actually, honestly, I'm really not sure.
Anhur is my guess.
Anhur. Well,
I do
it's
not know either.
Just call it a Cobra C.
Cobra C. Yeah, that's the actual thing it is. But I think it's not Persian. I think it's like not Arabic either. It's like what do you call that? Babylonian or whatever. So I'd have to look up my old Babylonian text. What you have to do is bring the Anhur with no battle armor on top of the structure that's at the top right. Landed there, while at least one of the two with the battle armors needs to also land in the general area so the battle armors can go and rescue the prisoners. That's basically your mission, is to go rescue a bunch of prisoners from this little compound here. So you need at least 2 points of battle armor to rescue the prisoners, and the helicopter, well, VTOL plane thing,
The Cobra C.
the Cobra C, to pick them up. I mean, technically, if what the Cobra C that doesn't have battle armor gets blown up, one that has battle armors in it can still pick up the prisoners, but someone will have to pick up the battle armors and leave with them, basically. You guys have a few Omni-Mechs, you should be able to do that. Enemy resistance is, well, not the biggest, so it's not the biggest threat ever. But I have okay anti-air support, so you guys will have to be a little bit careful, at least for that. All right.
Rescue the prisoners, try not to die.
I've got
If it's the bioroid that dies, it's still no problem. It's just a bioroid.
I've got
Try not to lose pilots
empty,
trying to rescue pilots. That would be the biggest problem.
I've got the empty Cobra C.
Yeah, you have the empty, and I think Armor as the full one.
Yeah, he has 2 in battle armor, I think, with battle armor in them, I think.
yours has better guns though. It's not a big
True.
advantage. All right, just Druth, press done, and
Yep, here we go.
should deploy stuff. Nope, not there. I said not there. I said not there. I hate it when it does that.
Armor, I should have taken a closer look, but how good are you at marching to the front right now with that thing you've got, with that force you've got?
Oh yeah, they all have jump jets. They'll be fine.
Okay. I will focus on getting the empty transport over there and giving you fire support.
After the AA's gone.
Oh yeah, take out the AAs first for sure.
Well, there's some AA.
Let
Just
the
drop
Anhur
some AA.
drop first, and then we'll see.
There's the king of the hill, right there.
Yeah. Oh, okay. There we go. Got it.
The oddest. I've been using more riflemen in this campaign than I've done in many other campaigns in the past. Don't worry. I am generally not I'm generally not sold on on the riflemen.
I think some configurations of it are okay.
Oh no, there's some that are very, very, very decent, but there's also some that are entirely
garbage.
Not suited for the role they're supposed to be suited for. You should have more ammo. You should have this. You should have that. Still has armor of a nothing at all. I mean, you should just have armor on those things, and they don't. So.
At least it's not a MegaMek.
MegaMek is also a thing. Let's be honest. The MegaMek though has some very decent configurations though. There's some MegaMek configurations that do the work a lot more than others do.
Oh, 2 Arbiters, 2 Hollanders.
Honestly, I just remember trying the MegaMek in MechWarrior 5 for the first time, and I liked how the inside of its cockpit looked like a retro submarine command console.
The one with the LRM-15 in the 3025 era, in the Succession War era, the one with the LRM-15 works really well. It's a quite functional little machine. 2 LRM-15, 2 AC-2s to plink things off, and 2 medium lasers. Quite, not going to say good, but quite okay, let's say.
Well, everything's got its purpose on that one. I would use the AC-2s for the anti-air and the LRMs and lasers for everything else.
Mm-hmm. Exactly. It's better than the one with the 2 AC-5s. 2 AC-5s, 2 AC-2s.
Mm-hmm.
You're investing a lot in things that shouldn't be invested a lot in, basically.
On the other hand, things like the pike are fine because it's a tank. It's supposed to be cheap and stay away from things.
Yeah. For anti-air, I generally would go with the pike, with the partisan support vehicle as well, which is the wheeled version of it, which is weird but okay, let's say.
The Rakshasa, aka we have Mad Cat at home.
We have Mad Cats at home. It's not good, but it'll do.
This is the thing that Foch said, don't try to make this.
So of course
We're what you
GM
call
made it.
experts.
So of course GM did it.
Yeah,
But no, they wanted catapults. I think the thing is, what she said, not Maury. Yeah, it was Cheryl Maury. That was wanting to do it, and he said that. I think he wanted to turn catapults into that, and I was like, no, a 65 tonner with all of that. probably wouldn't work.
Like, that's also the part that, like, Foch didn't know how heavy the Mad Cat was, or anything else about it in technology in it. He just saw what it was doing and thought, we can't do that all at once. We can do those things.
Yeah. We can maybe do one of those things, not all of it.
Bad news, Prof. I think I forgot to do the bioroid link thing.
No, it's because you haven't taken units with C3 eyes.
C3 eyes?
Well, C3 computers.
Oh.
So,
okay, so my question is, does it matter that I forgot?
No, not in this case. We'll arrange things as we go.
Those are just
further
standard
games.
pilots.
Still getting the hang of
they at this point it's probably like jury rigged, so it works. So there's still a gyro in those mechs. Well, there shouldn't be. All right. Initiative report. I don't really care. Pre-movement. Nothing in pre-movement. So you stay there.
Nah.
It's fun. I've got initiative sinks. I've got mechs that think they're turrets, or turrets that think they're mechs. One of the two.
Well, there's a rifleman over there. That's anti-air.
The arbiters are anti-air with their LB-10X, because those are the really fancy arbiters, not the arbiters that you buy off the shelf. Those are the arbiters they've started building recently. That actually replaces a urban mech.
Rifle?
Yes, it has an LB-10X and a small pulse lasers and Go 5A. So it's a urban mech killer. It doesn't jump though. I could have fitted jump jets if I hadn't moved things around, but with that setup, I mean, I think it works perfectly fine for an actual militia mech. That's not too expensive, let's say.
Forward, verily.
You go all the way there and try not to crash into anything. Vehicles are not. I'm gonna be careful with some of my things, which might sound weird, me being careful, especially with vehicles. I mean, I parked one at the bottom of a skyscraper yesterday, so. You go there.
Well, technically, he did not actually hit the sidewalk. He landed on the roof of a double-parked Lincoln Navigator, but I digress.
If your car gets crushed by a SRM carrier while it's parked, you probably can get insurance out of that. Unless it's a Word of Blake vehicle, then it's an act of God. Oh, that's a bad joke.
Blake's peace be with you.
Redact these.
Redact these nuts. Okay, Armor, what are you thinking for the side with the Vulcan and the Enforcer? Are you just going to go straight forward and start shooting?
Yeah.
All right, I will go
before the rest of the tanks and hover tanks catch up. And then it's going to be a problem if they're still alive at that point.
All right, so we're going all in. Sweet. I like it.
There's only one tank in there that you should be worried about. Because Saladins are fun. They're not good, but they're fun.
I'm going all in, buddy.
Well, you can go straight down.
Anne Marie's going full yandere.
Yun. Diddy. You are there. Try to see if you can spot anything from there. What do we have?
Yellow jackets are also going to be catching up.
They're yellow jacket PPCs, so they have ER PPCs rather than the Gauss rifle. Those are more standard.
Honestly, PPCs scare me slightly more than Gauss rifles.
Oh no, a Gauss is 15 damage. That's all you need to know. A regular PPC, that's 10 damage, or an ERPPC, a inner sphere ERPPC, that's 10 damage. It's not as much of a threat as you would think it is.
It's
I
because
guess
you've
you
been
got me there.
traumatized. You've been traumatized by the clan ERPPC.
Oh, the clan ERPPC is traumatizing. Yes, for 6 stuns, 2 critical slots, 15 damage. In 15 eat, so it does go somewhere.
Yeah, I was teaching a guy to play the other day, and he brought the starter box Enforcer and Griffin, or Vindicator and Griffin.
Yeah.
And I had the bright idea of using my Shadow Cat, and I hit him with a Gauss rifle, and I think I scared him, so I thought I should have done something else, maybe.
There's some mechs you should not bring to some games. If you've noticed, I've used very little Gauss rifles and AC-20s in the campaign. Puis oui, Martin, je comprends que tu comprennes rien au jeu. C'est un peu normal. C'est un jeu de plateau quand même, là. C'est pas un gros jeu vidéo, là.
But he snuck up behind my Shadow Cat and punched its Gauss rifle arm right off, so we were even.
It's a Gauss rifle, so did the Gauss rifle blow, or did he just punch the arm out?
We were using flex sheets, so when I did the crit on that,
Mm-hmm.
nothing happened to blow up the mech on flex sheets, so I assumed
Okay.
it just got knocked off.
Mm-hmm.
But even when the location is destroyed, that doesn't automatically cause the Gauss rifle explosion, right?
No.
It still needs to roll for crit.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you have to roll for crit.
that's how when I used MegaMek for my last submission for the Vengeance lore, my character ended up just getting his Grizzly's Gauss rifle knocked off instead of blown up.
Happens more often than you'd like.
The same couldn't be said for my last Star Commander, though.
Well, you also blew up a catapult with a single shot, so that was funny.
Oh yeah, that was great. I decided to roll to see if he was able to sneak up on it or not, and I said, okay, 4 or less, and he manages it. And I rolled Snake Eyes.
The Ostsoul would need a 10 to climb up there. Jeez.
How high is that?
That's
that stuff?
it's
'Cause
level
I'm-
0, but we're at a level -3, so those are fairly high cliffs. If you've got jump jets, you're fine. If you don't, it might be risky.
Okay. Well, I am glad I brought the blackjack.
Yeah, blackjacks have very rarely been a problem for me. Can you?
I don't know. Well, last time I brought one to the table, it turned out pretty well.
I've had pretty much only good results with the blackjack, except in when things get really messy and you play against a whole lot of clan warriors.
Right?
But,
Speaking of blackjack,
Like, doesn't it have the same or similar loadout to one of the Coyotes?
well, the one he's brought, a blackjack C, is 2 large balls, true streak 4. It's going to punch a whole lot. That's for a 40-ton mech, a 45-ton mech, for a 45-ton mech with loads of armor. It gets pretty nasty.
it doesn't really have as much armor as I thought.
I think it's maximum for a 45er.
Okay. All right, it's
I
game
mean-
time.
It's more armor than the Rifleman.
It is more
Oh,
armor than a
shit.
rifleman.
Right?
But then again, what's his name?
Hey, Armor, do you have a clear shot to? Do you have a clear shot to the Viper and the? Oh no, the Viper is yours, but
Yeah.
the Vulcan is the other guy's. So do you have a clear shot to that Vulcan?
Let's see who does.
I'm gonna have the
That's gonna
blackjack go
run
after that.
hot
None
as
of my guys have a clear
crazy.
shot at that Vulcan right now.
Okay, I'm gonna have my
Jeez.
blackjack go after that anyway.
Is that a +4? Actually, I think I have a few guys who
Who's
can.
snub nose? SARM. This is set as SRMs, okay.
Now let's see how good
SRM2.
the guns on this Anhur are. Anhur, Cobra C, CC. It's Pepe.
It's Pepe. Oh, I'm gonna run Ott because an Enforcer D as very, very, very bad.
Okay.
Eat dissipation.
Let's make that Rakshasa disappear.
Okay.
As my first trick,
Obliterated.
I'll make this Rakshasa disappear.
Yeah, I will join you on that Rakshasa.
Oh, you are
But
too far
Anne-Marie's
for
got to
anything
punch back at
useful.
that Vulcan.
And Plainsman doesn't see anything. The other Plainsman doesn't see anything. The Saladin sees things, but he can't shoot them. The Condor, surprisingly, has a clean shot. Well, an LRM-15 and an ER large laser will give you that kind of firepower.
Okay, Mr. Bioroid, help him out.
The Blackjack is the slow trooper mook of the Federated Suns, let's say. But even there, the thing is, it's the basic one with 2 AC2s and 4 medium lasers. It's when you manage to get into close range and those 4 medium lasers start shooting every turn, because you've got the heat sinks and the damage for it. It's technically a piloting skill roll every turn if everything hits. And that's enough to switch things around very quickly. Like, very, very quickly. All right. All right, all you mechs with XL engines.
Okay, let's see what we got.
It with an Ultra AC5. I'll take it. The large X pulse lasers, it. Well, that's more expected. I mean, pulse lasers being pulse lasers. The Blackjack doesn't do much. Well, he was shooting at the Vulcan, who didn't move quite a bit.
He also jumped.
The Rakshasa did a bit of things. The Enforcer just hit some clusters on the Blackjack. Now, the Blood Asp on the Vulcan. I mean, it's a Vulcan, so it's not like it has a whole lot of armor to begin with. So, hey, it did get it a whole lot, so that's
But
good.
glancing blows, so that didn't penetrate its armor.
Medium pulse laser from the Anhur did hit it, though.
I think the Rakshasa lost something.
The medium pulse laser hit the Timberwolf. Both yellow jackets miss. The Viper shooting at the Rakshasa. Ooh, well, a whole lot of things Now the armor's, it has decent armor. I mean, it's not entirely awful. Okay, those didn't do much. Oh, the Vulcan's got, no more armor on one arm. And no more armor on the other arm. Well, there goes the arms. All right. Well, the Rakshasa destroyed by engine destruction. The right torso blew up.
Oh, we made it disappear. There you go.
It did disappear. I was expecting it to tough out just a little bit longer, but it didn't do much. Oh, yeah, well, the Warhammer also shot at it. That's...
And then just overkill.
Yeah, then the overkill just started happening. And the Vulcan lost an arm and a jump jet and the ammo of the machine gun. That's more of a problem. That is a lot more of the problem.
Tag love.
It has case, though, so it doesn't count as destroyed. Destroyed by ejection. Okay.
Does it have case? It explodes. 400 damage.
Yeah, but it didn't transfer to anything. So it has case, but that doesn't mean much. Oh no, the ammo's in the center torso. It does. It wouldn't matter if it transferred or not. Sorry, my
Critical hit
mistake
on
there.
left torso.
Vulcan doesn't have a whole lot of armor to begin with, but I mean, jumping 6, it should have been in the woods. It wasn't that bad of a position to be.
Oh yeah, it was a hard shot.
A lot of hard shots, and you managed to
Meets
hit
at
most
9,
of them.
rolls 11. Yep.
The Enforcer D not having double heat sinks, 5D doesn't not having double heat sinks is a little bit weird because they did have access to double heat sink and they did upgrade it to put an Excel engine in, but you know it was probably for balance reasons they didn't put it in. All right, let's press done and go to physical attacks and see if the Ostsoul can kick something. At least, no, you can only punch something.
Well, I
try
don't
to
have any
punch.
physical attacks.
You missed your kick and fell though.
Oh,
yeah, that is Battletech, but
She's fine.
well, you didn't take any pilot damage, so. And the Ostsoul can't stick around there because he no longer has a buddy to help him anymore.
He'll go the way of the Rakshasa.
oh
Very
no!
quickly.
I mean,
Hang on,
this
I got a
version
lag
of the
here.
Ostsoul has decent armor. It's not the reflective one that I used in the other game, which was just crazy at surviving just about everything. But okay, so Druth moves first.
Stop that hostile.
Run, Ostsoul, run, run like the wind. Might be back up like the wind, actually. And it runs stupidly hot because 2 large X-Pulse and 2 medium X-Pulse is not a cool kind of equipment to have. Where do I go? Yeah, I'm gonna back up. I'm a backup. Hopefully it's enough. Jeez, are you already running? It's already at 6 eat. Jeez. Oh, it's because it's got an ER large laser instead of a regular large laser. And not enough heat sinks. You know, the standard. Go hide in the wood, Enforcer, and just hide.
Run!
Hide. You're slower than the Shadowhawk.
The Shadowhawk's what, 696? Yeah. I mean, he is slower than the Shadowhawk normally, and now he's even slower because he's overeating.
Well, you have jump jets. Jump jets don't overheat somehow.
Plainsman. I have to be careful because if I do try to do the turn and go fast, I will crash in those walls. I know I will. So I have to be careful.
Gotta make sure you don't go too hard on the Eurobeat.
With other tanks, it's difficult because you kind of have to, because if you don't, you kind of die. VTOLs have the advantage of having a natural like +1 in movement. So the +1 to the TMM. So I mean they can decide to go a little bit slower, and it'll work. But other tanks, especially since they're stupidly fragile on top of it, I mean they're not. Other tanks are. You get a +4, I think.
They're special.
To your critical rolls when you roll a crit on them. So it goes, the crits go real quick and you lose your mobility real quick.
Is there like a special rule that you can't use the armored motive system on them?
I can't remember. I think you can put an armored motive system on them, and I mean, by doing that, you're limiting yourself for other things. So, and of course, first piloting skill roll I do with an helicopter, I skid. Of course, at least he didn't skid into a wall. We'll take not skidding
Right,
into a
skid
wall.
into a wall, way up in the air. Let's do that.
Actually, when it comes to skid, let's just check. Yeah, you're in short range of the hag, so that warrior is going to die this turn.
All right. Ags are pretty nasty against aircrafts. I know.
All right, so you've got the warrior's armor.
They're warriors. They're only in. Oh crap! I didn't even load them with tandems. They're not even dangerous.
You've got the warrior's armor.
Yeah, they're going to. VTOLs are going to start evaporating.
Alrighty.
Like I can't guarantee that like one per turn is going to die, but it's going to be close to that.
What level is the enforcer standing on right now?
It's a level 3.
Okay.
All right,
well, hold on. It's
elevation 0.
Yeah. Oh, never mind.
Yeah, it's elevation 0, but it's 3 over where we are at. Yeah.
Yeah.
The bottom of
I wasn't
cliff
looking
thingy.
closely enough. I thought we were standing on level 3, but no, it's level -3.
Yeah.
Do worry about the Saladins and the Plainsmen coming in.
All right.
Plainsman. Plane.
Position yourself in cover. Little Miss Yandere. Blonde Yandere. Blondere.
Bland. No, blandere is what you have in a lot of shows where they're just the characters are just stupidly boring.
Right. I started playing an isekai video game the other day, and the thought that always goes through my head when I'm playing it, okay, I'm playing trash.
Oh,
this is so dumb.
Okay, what? Okay, so the foot platoon tries to walk into a building, and the building collapses on them.
What?
How the fuck do you manage that?
These are CF1 buildings.
Heck, I'm just gonna say
those are CF1 buildings. You are right.
They're fake.
Okay.
They're fake
They're
buildings.
actually just plaster.
I should stick turrets on those. You don't.
Okay, I'm gonna start plinking away at the riflemen.
Rifleman. You're the rifleman that only overeats a little, not a lot. Just enough to be a problem, so you can shoot.
What's my heat sitting at right now?
You've got plenty of double heat sinks on most of your things. The Timberwolf could be an issue, though, because Timberwolves do run... can run quite quickly.
Yeah, you really got to pick and choose what weapons you fire and when. That's why, as much as I love them, I don't bring them that often because I'm not very smart.
If I shoot that, I overeat like crazy. I'm gonna wait for that. Try this. Do you see an... Okay, those hanners are all the way to the back. Okay. Little helicopters doing little helicopter things.
Saladin. How are you
The
heat-wise?
planeman is too far away to shoot anything. Saladin, though. Saladin, big gun, go! How's the ER large laser front mounted and not turret mounted? Condor, you're weird. If and when
No,
I
I'm
start
having a
reviewing
lag.
tanks, I'm going to have a hard time because there's some of those tanks that are just way too weird for me.
Condor. The anti-missile system is in the turret. See, this is what we mean by like there needs to be a rule for like inconsequential turret. So if the turret's destroyed, it doesn't matter.
No, it has the LRM-15 on it too.
It does.
So it has at least something in the turret.
You armor turret. Okay. 20.
Trying to
It is
find the
there.
heat on these things.
You have a section in your weapon. That's why I open it. Well, not as much as I can because I could open it more, but you open it up until you see where it says "Eat Buildup."
Yeah, I see.
Right underneath your facing.
I think I get it now.
It'll be like heat out of your sinking capacity.
And you also have a little red bar that goes up next to your mech when
Heat
you
buildup,
start running
530.
way
Okay.
too much.
I
mean,
see.
5
I
out
was
of
just looking
36, I think you're
for
good.
Heat. Okay, let's do something about that Saladin.
I got some stuff, but it's like a 28% chance to hit.
Better than nothing.
Those warriors do have flank. They team number 5. So they are going to be very hard to hit with anything.
I mean, warriors are interesting as a VTOL. They'd probably be better if they were 20 tons or 25 tons rather than 21, but that's what they are.
VTOL weights are weird like that because, what is it, the Balak is also 21 tons?
Yep. It's a Warrior 2C. That's what it is. Because technically vehicles you can make at any weight increment that you want, but for most of them, most of the time it's the same as Battletech. You don't want it to be anything more than a 5-ton increment just because of how the rule system manages things in Battletech, basically.
That's because of your engine weights and transmission, right?
Yeah. Your engine weight is always calculated in... the Viper shoots at the Ostsole. The Ostsole starts melting. There are even machine guns in it. Jeez. One of the Anhur eats an Ostsole. Okay. The rifleman manages to hit twice with an AC-5. We'll take AC-5 shots. That's good. Well, the Saladin's gone. Already. Well, 2 large pulse lasers. Yeah, I mean, that thing is armored like... I'm not even sure there is armor on it, to be quite honest. So it is gone.
Oh,
my poor blackjack.
Ooh, large X-pulse laser hit to the head. That's an okay shot. The Enforcer misses. The Yellow Jacket hits the Blackjack. The Blackjack... a single large pulse laser to the arm, and the arm's already almost out of armor.
Yeah.
The
arm's armor is gone.
The Ostsole is being a real trooper. The warrior, yeah. Well, I mean, I'm focusing on the Blackjack because that's what I see. So the Saladin is dead, but manages to dodge 2 ERPPCs as it dies. All right, your pilot. Okay, that's good. Rotor damage twice with med pulse lasers. Well, that one's not going anywhere for a while. The Condor misses. Oh yeah, it needed 10s. Okay, so that's expected. The Timber Wolf shooting at the Enforcer. Not much happens there.
The cover's doing well for it.
There is a fire in the Axe's end, though. Oops. That could be a problem. Warhammer. The Ostsoles. Every time I have an Ostsole out, those things are real troopers. They're toughing out way more than they should.
I think they like you.
It might be that it's actually an okay mech as well. I liked the original Ostsole as well when I was running them. Decently fast as heavy mech in the Succession War era. Later on, it's just it goes succession
It's
war era
mid.
speeds. It's because everything goes way too fast past clan invasion with XL engines and XXL's engine and XL gyros and all that fun stuff.
Oh, wrong one.
All right. Oh, physical attacks. No, move. Okay.
Cancel.
Mm-hmm.
I apologize for the wait.
Where are we going? It does have the narrow profile quirk, so I think that's what helps the Ostol a lot. So without quirks, it's probably not as good.
A few of those
Unfortunately.
shots being glancing is what saved it.
I mean, the armor is not looking too good on it, but I mean, you've got nothing in the arms as well, which is nice on a mech like that because you can just rush in and punch people, which is good as well. And I mean, if you start losing your arms, oh well, you've lost an arm, right?
I mean, having arms is great if you're fighting in an urban environment. So an ideal urban fighter would have arms.
Are you making fun of the urban mech again? Why are we making fun of the urban mech? It's not its fault. It's an urban mech. Actually,
It deserves to be mocked.
It deserves
It's not its fault it makes it so easy. Freaking trash can.
Let's try not to stay around here. The Enforcer's in a pretty good shape, though, and now it's not running terribly hot, so it might be able to position itself. So. All right.
You still have warrior and yellow jacket shaped problems.
Yeah, I'm gonna focus.
Yeah, the rotor's
temporarily
not
more on
completely
those a bit.
gone on it. It just took 2 hits.
So that's its armor gone.
Yeah, that's not good.
And that was the pulse lasers that hit on 10s, but the hag didn't hit on its 6.
Too high.
Too high?
Let's try to get something done here.
What is the weapon arc on that yellow jacket? I see.
Need to port in more helicopters in the game, actually. Once they become available.
Oh boy, Mr. Bill.
What has moved? A few things over there. You're not going to miss every single one of your piloting skill rolls, so I should be able to move things.
Okay.
I haven't moved the plainsman yet. The plainsman has about double the armor of the Saladin, and it also has very little armor.
Let's see, plainsman armor, 18 on the front.
They're pretty okay light tanks, harassers. The version with 2 SRM6 is probably a little bit better for alpha damage.
Are you really sure
Yeah.
you want to be within kicking range of a Mad Cat, though?
Mad Cat hasn't moved yet, and if he doesn't move, I'm going to shoot it with something else. So not moving is not always a very good idea.
Okay.
Okay, don't try to get in any more buildings, foot platoons, okay? Don't want the buildings collapsing on you guys. Jeez. I should have put the rule for the infantry to not count in the initiative order. That's a fun alternative rule that I think works.
I guess
Reading
it's
some of
gotta
the
get-
comments that the viewers are leaving is pretty awesome.
Learn how to play well, except playing a lot. There's not really any good ways of learning Battletech. I've played Battletech very poorly for a very long time. That's what I'm going to tell you right now. I've been getting needs a 17 to be able to jump down there. Okay, those mechs are not moving from those stations.
No, they're
I'm not
doing
even
their
sure
job.
how they got up there.
brain.
They don't even have jump jets, do they?
No,
Wow. Then I
they
don't know
are
either.
literally turrets right now. There's always the portion of list building, like in any war game for BattleTech. So you have to know like what mechs to use and what mechs not to use in which situation. But with BattleTech, you never really have that kind of situation, or not as much as in other games, because everything can be useful in its own ways. And since you sometimes have golden BBs, weirder things have happened. So
Or you can take all snake themed mechs.
you can take all snake team mechs. That works as well.
Yeah, I thought about bringing a battle cobra tonight, but decided against it because bioroids don't get omnimex.
Let's see here. Now.
I'll try the battle cobra one day, though. It seems like a pretty cool
It's
running laser.
a very decent. It's a very decent mid-range mech, let's say.
Hey, Armor, you going for that enforcer or the plainsmen's?
Plainsman. Actually, what do I have that can hit the plainsman? I can hit the closer one to my blood asp. The one you're in front, I don't think I have anything that has a good shot at it.
Oh, the enforcer's all me, huh?
Enforcer. Enforcer's actually a good shot. Let's try to put down that enforcer then. It's only +1.
Oops, the yellow jacket. I thought I'd be able to do something with it. I am not. This is another yellow jacket.
Oh, Blackjack's going to go for that enforcer for sure.
All right, we've got medium lasers and small and SRMs.
Let's get a little hot here.
I mean, yeah, I'll take the Viper.
Oh, there it is.
Ooh.
Yep, don't want another tank here.
And now let's see if we can start swatting VTOLs.
I mean, another trick to learn to play Battletech good. Try to keep moving. Not moving is usually not a good idea in most situations. Whoa, hit the gyro on the blackjack.
Oh, shit.
Not much happened on the Warhammer. And the Enforcer
Slapping the blackjack more.
is slapping the blackjack more. Yeah, I mean the blackjack was the primary target in the list of things I see here. So, the Anhur destroyed the flight stabilizer on one of the warriors' webs. It's VTOL to VTOL combat.
The attack helicopters are getting slapped by the transport helicopters.
Yellow Jacket did hit the Star Adder. The Star Adder is shooting at the Enforcer, and the armor's peeling off. At least the Enforcer's fairly tough. Medium laser SRM2s on the Viper, doing a little bit of job. The Blackjack, it's the Enforcer into Ed, then on the
Ooh.
arm, and then the Streak SRM4 a little bit everywhere. Yeah, I don't think the Blackjack's gonna last much longer here. It's not dead though. I mean, it's
Looks like the
soldiering
same
on.
can't be said for the Enforcer, though.
The Blackjack. Okay, the Plainsman shooting at the Timberwolf, doing some good job with the Streak 4s. Warriors taking a decent beating. The Condor hitting with an LRM-15, 12 missiles, pretty good. And the Enforcer is destroyed by damage. Oh, the Ed, you just decapitated the guy. Well, you know, that's
Two
bad.
hits to the head in the same turn.
You take the gyro, we give you monkey for your back.
Timberwolf, the vehicle immobile on the Plainsman on the first machine gun hit. Only thing that it too is the machine gun, and you just blew out the skirt of the other tank. Well, that solves that problem. The Ostsol is troopering on. The Yellow Jacket took some missiles. Rotor damaged on the with an ag shot. Ooh, that's hey, people are soldiering on. Blackjack C fell. That was to be expected.
Yeah, it's prone.
And it's not getting back up. Oh,
It's
Enforcer has a nice
it's
crew
definitely not
dead
getting
on
back
it.
up.
Yeah, that was a pilot kill.
Yeah. Warrior.
And try to kick it. It's immobile, so you should have a good shot at it.
Might as well. Bu-
Yeah, that blackjack isn't moving.
3 to hit? Yes, I'll go for it.
Well, it didn't die. It's just even more immobile than it was before. It's now probably like a couple inches in the ground.
Still sitting pretty on heat.
Apologies, Armor. I think that my original plan to focus on providing support for you really went to shit.
I mean, your Blackjack did a pretty good job. It's just that it was easy for me to primary it. So,
Yeah, but I also think I got a little too gung-ho and started rushing.
all right. First off, This warrior, the crew is going to eject because the rotor's blown. So it was not going to go anywhere for a while, and it's not going to grab a Snickers.
Do not pass go. Do not collect $200.
Do not grab a Snickers. That's what I mean.
The Bloodasp are going to chase him at hostile. We're going to kill it.
What I'm worried about is how we're going to handle the AA now.
We don't have anything that outranges the Gauss rifle.
Trying to get him to get up.
And I don't think that...
I don't think it's going to let me.
The Anhur's... Okay. The Anhur's can take one Gauss rifle slug to the face. That's it.
Yeah, Blackjack's not letting me get up. I'm going to have to skip.
No, you've got no gyro. The gyro's gone on it.
Yeah. So
and you lost an arm. That normally that means eject.
Just lay there for a bit.
Yeah, may as well. Ejected.
It's more deactivated in this case, but
true.
That's a bioroid, so it just shuts down. So your commander doesn't have a biofeedback from it, which would be a problem.
Yeah, it would be a problem if she got the biofeedback. Dude, I looked at the pictures of the Scylla, by the way.
Mm-hmm.
Good Lord, talk about absolute unit.
Oh, a Scylla is a unit of a battle mech.
It's a thick boy.
It is the thickest of thick mechs.
I thought the Fafnir was thick, but damn!
No, the Scylla is just a. I've seen the Iron Will mini version of it, and it's just it doesn't make it do it justice either. But I mean, when they charge you $25 for a mini out of metal, it's because they charge for the metal cost. It's probably as big as your what is it, a Mastodon or whatever that you have?
Yeah, I've got a Mastodon and an Executioner, both of which are lighter than a Scylla.
A Scylla?
So the Scylla also has the oversized quirk, so I'm assuming it's substantially bigger anyway.
It's a thick mech, as they call it. Thick.
Extra thick! All right.
It's not that great, but it's thick. It's a fast assault it's a 4,600 tonner with fire support weapons. It's not that great. But there is a version with a bunch of AG-20s, and there's a version with that's when things get funny, as we sometimes say.
I think I did briefly look at that one, and I think I much prefer it because for a mech that huge, with such huge places for guns, I'm thinking you gotta have some big boom there.
Well, the Scylla Mark III has an AG-30, an LB-20X, an ERPPC, and an heavy large laser.
Hell yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
Every single weapon can decapitate another mech in a single shot. Well, the AG-30 you have to be lucky, but all the rest, you know what you're gonna do, Mister.
Your opponent is gonna bring a well thought out, well balanced lance, and you're just gonna plop that Scylla on the board.
It's one of those things. I mean, it only adds oversized. It probably should have a positive quirk to even it out because there's no reason for it to just have a negative quirk. That's the problem with a lot of later on mechs the quirks on them are generally not balanced.
Yeah. And I've actually never played a game in real life where quirks mattered.
It's difficult in real life to actually use the quirks properly is pretty difficult because you always have you have to remember every single one of them, the rules for every single one of them.
Mhm.
It gets a little bit annoying very quickly, actually.
Especially when a number of those quirks are supposed to be like exclusively for a Succession Wars campaign where you have to scavenge parts.
Okay.
Long time since you've used MegaMek, Stormwind. Yes, that's quite possible. I'll be very honest. Since the last time I used it, and this whole session here, I played with Elkite on his own campaign first. It's a completely different beast than what you had a few years ago. Let's say it's more user friendly than it was actually, which is weird to say because a lot of people say MegaMek's not super user friendly. It is quite user friendly now. You just have to kind of remember how things work, basically.
Okay, Armor. I'm going all in up the left side with Mad Cat.
Out all the way out. Just
Seriously, you slipped, you piece of shit.
Oh,
behind you.
He didn't crash into anything. Okay, so it's a start. He just slipped.
oh, yep. I'm about to pay for that.
You have your Anhur that I think can maybe catch up to it.
Yeah, the Anhur can catch up. The CC.
Ostsoul, what do you want to do? The Anners haven't moved yet.
Whoa, I saw 2 plainsmen a minute ago, but now there's just 1.
Well, the one that was immobile, the people that were in it kind of realized that it was a bad idea to stay there, so they kind of left.
Do
It's
you
what
really
you do
want
in
to
a
fight it
tank
out
that is in an other tank that's immobile.
in front of a Mad Cat?
In front of a Mad Cat, you just open the hatches and you go.
You run for it. What was that button you used to make the map 3D again? I think it was one of the letter keys.
I can't remember off the top of my head. Sorry.
Did the
N maybe?
T?
C?
T.
T.
No, not
T.
T.
Yes.
Hey, there we go.
That'll look better, yeah.
That's beautiful.
All right, let's try this.
T for terrain.
Yeah, that makes sense. I'm trying something. Doesn't mean it's gonna work, but I'm trying something. Let's be stupid with the hostile. No, let's try to be smart for once. All right. Have I moved everything? I think I've moved everything.
Yeah, and then it's just the Anhur that's left to move. Go and kill that yellow jacket.
Look, Yellow Jackets and Akmots are the best helicopters in the game for now, until I actually introduce the Vespe and the what's the other one? The same kind of thing, but with an AG instead of a Gauss rifle. Great at shooting down other helicopters. That's the goal of their whole existence. But they're built
Okay.
by the guys down south.
We're going to have to make a piloting roll. Here goes.
It said succeeds.
We made it.
You're good.
Whew. I was worried.
All right. Shooting time. I still don't see anything in LB10.
And of course I angled it so that none of my stuff can hit! Why? No!
Still too far away for the Hollanders. They're from Holland.
Okay, well, at least I can hit that yellow jacket.
So you don't shoot, don't shoot, don't shoot. It's like foot platoons can do much normally. Probably should reduce my eat because it's starting to run odd here.
I just know I'm gonna regret this.
Yeah.
But let's get that
And-
rifleman at least.
Oof, you've moved really fast with that Timberwolf.
Yep.
So hitting it's not that easy. All right. All right, Condor. Try to be a good Condor and do Condor-y things. Been trying to get more games of MegaMek on Twitch, more games of MegaMek on YouTube. So at least we've got some presence everywhere. It's just fun.
Let's get hot here. Okay.
Viper, it's the rifleman. It's the rifleman. Hey, the rifleman's still, it's taking damage, but it's not destroyed yet. Rotor damage on the yellow jacket, though. That's usually not good. Ooh, the rifleman did it a battle armor into cargo. That's it. That's one hell of a shot.
They're fine. They're elementals. They're tough.
It's an AC5. The armor, he just lost armor. He didn't die.
He got up.
It's like, shit,
Nah,
that's an
I win.
88 shell. Damn it. I'll have to paint my armor again. Another large pulse laser hit on the rifleman. The Anhur misses the yellow jacket. The Ostsol is trying to blow up the Python. I miss on a 6. I do it on a... I miss on a 6. I hit on a 10. There you go. The warrior misses everything. Yeah. Plainsman misses everything. Condor is going to start moving real slow. Yeah, it's going to start moving real slow.
The AMS
6.
protected it from a hit.
There you go. The AMS are awesome sometimes. Oops. Oops.
Uh-oh.
Oops. And the R medium laser just hit the Ultra AC5 ammo.
Oh!
Oops.
Was that mine?
No.
No, that's the Star Adder.
Ah. I was thinking, shit, if that was me, then ammo explosions officially do have a thing for me.
There, the yellow jacket just got hit by a full burst of ag shots. It'll need another set of repainting. The Ostsol is troopering on because it's an awesome heavy mech. Okay, I'm going to do an Ostsol video at some point. I've got an Ostsol Mini to paint now that I've got the mercenary box. Oh, the MegaMek is more friendly than Dwarf Fortress. Dwarf Fortress, well, maybe with all the updates they've done to it, maybe it's more playable now. But
oh, good lord, Dwarf Fortress.
Dwarf Fortress is just obscure for the idea of, like, do you want things to be obscure? MegaMek is just like once you
hope you like my asthma.
Like once you figure out how things kind of line up, it actually is easier to play MegaMek than to play tabletop because you don't have to roll a million dices. You just have to figure out how things kind of roll. Okay, Druth, you can probably press done. I think you're the only one missing.
Yep, there we
Watching
go.
someone play Dwarf Fortress from the old UI is a lot like that scene from The Matrix. You're like, I don't even see the code anymore.
I first learned about Dwarf Fortress when I found a site where people would get together to do group let's plays and then write them down in the form of an adventure.
I just boat murdered.
Boat murdered, or first boat murdered, then head shoots, then syrup leaf.
Okay, they're slowed down, but not dead. Okay.
Head shoots was where my original D&D group and I got the idea that for a dwarf, his class is what he creates plus the word smith. So if you
First
were a
name is
dwarf
always
cleric,
Erst.
what's that?
His first name is always Erst.
I was playing a dwarf alchemist, so that made him a brew smith. Our cleric was a prayer smith. Our fighter was a death smith.
No, that's not really how it works, though, because you've all the gold hammer and the silver hammers and the, there's other names too that exist.
Oh no, I was talking the name of our dwarves' jobs for our dwarves' first names. We just used whatever, and then for their last names, we combined the name of any gem or mineral plus the name of any kind of alcohol. So we had names like Steel Stout or Copper Lager.
I mean, Dwarf Fortress, once you understand how it works, it's a fun game. But understanding how it works is not easy in any way, shape, or form.
All Craft's dwarf ship is of the highest quality. On the mug is a bas relief of a dwarf and an elephant. The elephant is making a plaintive gesture. The dwarf is laughing.
That's what makes Dwarf Fortress fun, though. It's all the weird shit that comes up while you're playing that you're just not expecting.
The guy who won the game by decapitating a bronze colossus by throwing a fluffy warbler at it.
Right?
Yeah. Weirdest game ever.
He
that time when
found
the
a
gates
rabbit
were
somewhere and decided to throw it at the super boss charging down because why not?
Or that time when the gates of the fortress were held open by a freaking swallowtail butterfly as elephants pounded at the gate and tried to get in and eat the dwarves.
Elephants should not eat dwarves. I'm gonna try to remind people of that.
For some reason in Dwarf Fortress, elephants just don't like dwarves.
For a while, what was it? A zombie sponge was the most terrifying creation.
Right?
Your dwarf is possessed by a strange move. They crafted a bone charm toe necklace. What?
That's about it.
that sounds about right, but
He needs alcohol to get through the working day.
No.
I mean, that was medieval times period. I was watching a documentary. It's people trying to recreate like different periods of time, and they were working in like 15th century England, and basically everything your entire life is like you work the fields and then you drink because that's all you really do.
Damn.
And like making the beer is the most important thing you've ever done in a way. And they showed how they did the barley and make like how they prepared the beer, and that's the stuff they made themselves. It was probably like very low alcohol per volume, though. It's probably something like 3-4% alcohol per volume, so something like
I've
that
never seen
wouldn't.
the lads put up something so fast, let me tell you.
But I mean, it was cleaner than water because it worked, and all the stereotypes kind of work in these kinds of situations. So
Manual labor and drinking. You can
they
still
were
get
trying to
nowadays.
recreate um, having to make a feast for the what do you call those, the monks, and it was a lot of work. Let's say.
All right, now this here's
Yeah,
a
do I
shooting
see
gallery.
anything? No, not yet. No,
The
arbiters are
Condor.
not useful yet.
Condor Tokyo drifted behind us.
That's what condors do.
Oh shit, you're right. Look at that.
Doing the
Okay.
big drifting.
Deja Vu, a song with a French title, sung by an Italian singer with English lyrics about a Japanese anime. Oh, initial D, never change.
it's
Wasn't that an anime about tofu delivery too?
well, yeah. The tofu delivery was the cover for street racing. Initial D is a really weird show, but it's really good. But it is really weird. There's no ifs and buts about it. It's a really odd show.
You watch it for the music and the cars, no doubt about that.
The story's okay, but I mean, it is kind of everything's expected in it, so it's not super fancy, let's say.
I drive for a living, and I can't be playing the initial D music in the truck, or else I'm gonna drive too fast.
Okay, who is going to evaporate today?
It's like the
Yeah, I didn't have any rear facing weapons on that Warhammer.
first thing I see is a rotor damage on a warrior, and then AP Gauss shots on the Condor and on the yeah, because you're shooting from both sides, right?
Yep.
Do.
Still, hard hits, but the transport helicopter should not be trying to dogfight here.
That is an odd situation, but it is what happens. Oh, the Plainsman did a nice job on the Timberwolf.
Yeah, it made it critical.
Well, no damage from it, but
I did something.
Condor taking a bit of doing a bit of damage against the Star Adder. Star Adder replying with not much.
Yes.
That Condor is doing good too.
took
The
the
Ostol's
PC
starting
to
to look rough though. Yellow
Just
Jacket.
get out of here already.
Yellow Jacket dodges everything. Flight stabilizer damage from the Shadowhawk, and that usually is bad.
The only thing I'm finding annoying about MegaMek is all of the pop-up windows that are constantly coming in and out, but I think there are settings to change those.
That's the weird Java stuff that they have going on. Hey, the Condor's doing a bang up job, okay? He's just like the Ostol, he's doing his best. The Ostol is starting to look very rough, but he's still up.
The VTOLs are annoyingly alive.
Well, one of the yellow jackets still, no, is not looking good at all. The other one's okay. The warrior's doing good, but the front armor on it is just gone. So
Man, I have so much reading of Battletech fiction to do right now because I just got my copy of those 6 special edition leatherback fiction books.
oh well, that's an okay thing to have. Don't have a whole lot of time to read right now with work and stuff. So
Yeah, tell me about it. I'm lucky if I can squeeze out one chapter in the day.
what do I?
I'm actually holding one of them right now. The quality of the leather feels a bit artificial.
Well, is it supposed to be actual leather or is it pleather? You know.
You know, I didn't actually look at that, but I'm not going to make a big deal out of it.
Yeah, it's CGL, right?
It's CGL, and I got them from a fellow fan with all my money going to support
The other guy.
that person. So, yeah, I can't complain.
Hmm.
What I really like is how when you open them, there's the artwork on the inside of the cover that's the same artwork that was on the original book cover.
Mm.
That's pretty cool. Okay, how warm are you right now? Getting there.
There's a viper that's running hot. The rest is not too bad from what I saw. At
My
least from the
Warhammer's
report.
at 9 out of 34, so it's starting to get a little warm in there.
It's the bioroid one. We don't care if it's a little hot.
Nah. Worst it'll happen is the bioroid will say, this is mildly uncomfortable.
No. Bioroids don't talk. Jeez.
Okay.
The bioroid will be shutting down because it runs too hot. That's it. Okay, how are you? You are ejecting. That's how you are. Okay. Flight stabilizer gone on an helicopter is usually means on the warrior it's okay because it's got that dual rotor configuration. So the flight stabilizer is not as bad to lose on those. On a thing like a yellow jacket, you lose the flight stabilizer, it's pretty much good game. Try to get somewhere else. How are you? Okay, it's just the front armor that's gone on it.
Because it took a PPC face.
I mean, it's not even the fancy armor. I could make the warrior H7B with ferrofibrous armor. That would increase its protection by 14%.
Oh, I was thinking something like ballistic reinforced.
Now, reflective on a VTOL, reflective would be good because you're not going to be getting punched or kicked in an helicopter. Hopefully not. So.
Oh, you're going there, are ya?
Well, I got to do something.
You got to do something.
Okay, I think I can handle the rest of the VTOLs this turn.
Okay, I'm going to keep marching forward. Oh, but there's that condor there! Wah!
He'll have his own problems.
Okay, anything in range for the LB-10? Yes. Yes.
I can't actually take a shot at that warrior with my CC. I'm gonna take it.
Just out of range.
You're annoying.
Jeez. That's a warrior attack helicopter. Okay, yeah, I only have a warrior left. Plainsmen, do plainsmen things. Condor, do condor things.
Getting a little warm there, huh? Okay. What do we got?
LB-10X that misses. A Condor's turret jammed. Anti-missile system destroyed by damage. The turret blew off. You blew off the turret.
Aw.
That's mean. That's what happens. The LB-10X misses. The Condor takes another. The warrior takes another ER medium laser shot. The plainsman is troopering on. Gauss rifle misses from the Hollander. Warrior destroyed by damage. Front. Yeah, that's where the armor was gone there. Ostsoul shooting at the large X pulse lasers, or what inner sphere pulse lasers, large pulse lasers wish they were, basically. Yes, they run hot, but at least they've got range and they do damage. So it's only advantages. Warrior does a bit of chip damage. The plainsman does a decent amount of damage again with SRMs. The Condor machine guns things. Oh, the Condor is now, well, no, it's destroyed. It's destroyed and immobile.
It's destroyed again.
It's destroyed again, yeah, basically. One of the SRM, Streak SRM4 is gone on the plainsman. And one of the Arbiter just took a beating. It's not like there's a lot of armor on those things. And yes, I've up-armored the Arbiter 001X, by the way. Rather than standard armor, it's got ferrofibrous. Doesn't mean it has a lot of armor, but it has armor.
It's
well, the left
better.
leg just went. That could be a problem. And that could be a problem.
Unfortunately, those VTOLs are willingly alive. The hag missed.
Jeez. The VTOLs are troopering on as well. The Ostsoul is troopering on.
The Warhammer didn't fall down.
The Warhammer didn't fall down, which is very good. The Arbiter fell down quite a bit.
How is the building still holding up?
That's not a building, though. That's a... Well, it's a tower more than a building. It's just like a reinforced concrete tower.
Yeah, I guess so.
It's like those World War II flak towers.
There you go. There you go.
That's a good way of saying it. I've got videos to prepare tomorrow. Yeah, that'll be good.
So they have like this massive like pillar of reinforced concrete, right? And then they put a tent over top of it.
All right. Click done, and we'll see where thing goes. There is a yellow jacket still up. There is an Arbiter very down.
Those VTOLs have got some good pilots. They're really feeling it.
VTOLs, the more we play, the more I do find VTOLs to be quite good overall. And that means that some of the VTOLs that I made a year ago now, I'm pretty much, are probably going to be nightmares if I start bringing them on the field because they're far more optimized than these particular VTOLs we've been seeing. The Warrior H7B, if we want to optimize that thing, is going to be a nightmare. You can make some really good things out of a 21-ton helicopter, basically, with just a medium laser and SRMs, without using clan technology, because you could also use clan technology on them, and things would get even funnier.
This is why I always have a Hag 20 in my lineup.
I mean, imagine helicopters with AG 20s now, or AG 30s. If you want to hunt down other VTOLs, that's the best thing you can have.
The closest that currently exists is the Gossamer that has its XL engine and an LBX-10.
I think the Vespa was 30 tons. It's basically a yellow jacket with clan technology, so it's a little bit fancier. And it's an AG 30. It's meant to undown yellow jackets. That's the goal of that helicopter. It was built to purpose by Jung Industries to undown yellow jackets used by the Taurians or the Francians or the Magistracy of Canopus. I mean, your own helicopters are doing good too, so let's not joke around there either. Their rescue helicopters have been shooting at my combat helicopters longer than they've been trying to rescue stuff, Nathaniel. So it's
Well, yeah, that anti-air's in the way.
Now, the helicopters to fight helicopters is a pretty good thing. ASF to fight helicopters would probably also be pretty nasty, I guess. I think YouTube didn't like POW as a term when I tried to run it, so I might be like shadow banned or whatever just because of the term in the title.
That's stupid.
Well, that's because there's been some nasty stuff with nasty people, So
Typical nasty stuff.
Yeah.
We all serve the algorithm.
I am terrible at the thumbnails as well. I mean, so I'll always admit that, and I'm not going to have myself with my mouth wide open, like a soy jack, like some people do. And my face is not photogenic enough to be a Mr. Beast eater. And he literally add people on most of his thumbnails now. They're just, pre-generated faces that they modify. It's not even done himself.
I don't know much about Mr. Beast, but he seems like an idiot.
He is a terrible person. Yeah, that's probably the best way of putting it.
I see his merch at convenience stores all the time.
Oh yeah,
and that automatically makes me assume that a YouTuber's a piece of shit.
Oh, all of the food stuff he's done, every single one of them have been a terrible product or a crash. So
yeah.
You see, he doesn't have a marketable plushie. That's how I know.
Doesn't have a marketable plushie?
Yeah. Only trust internet personas that have a marketable plushie.
Well, I don't have a plushie yet, sorry. And I don't even know what kind of plushie I'd make.
I have plushies, just not that kind.
The Flanagan body pillow when?
Nah, just Toho Fumos.
Creepy. Should use.
I'm the gamer you were warned about. Oh,
I should
boy.
make a coffee. I should
Where-
make a coffee mug or something. That'd be the thing to get to try to sell.
Where did that tank go?
It's come back around. It's in front of your Warhammer now.
Oh. Oh, it gave up on the Mad Cat.
It drifted around.
Okay. Well, oh, no, I have some targets. There's really only one thing the CC can shoot, but we'll fire it anyway, just for the heck of it. Oh, I can hit that yellow jacket behind it too. Cool.
At range, I can shoot that. Oh yeah, one of the Streak SRMs jammed. I had forgotten that. Let's hope something good happens.
Oh, you jerk. All right, well, bioroids are expendable.
What do we have?
And that's with the see-through bonus.
LB10X didn't do much. LB10X did it. Okay, we'll take it. Gauss rifle it. I'll take that too. But now the Hollanders are getting shot at. That's not very good. It's not like they're very mobile on top of those pillars.
Finally.
Engine destroyed. Immobile. Okay, there we go.
Ooh.
Flight stabilizer damage. That helicopter's not gonna do very good. The Ostsol keeps being a good Ostsol. All right. Plainsman Blue destroyed the left torso on the Warhammer. There we go.
Bye-bye.
You don't have an XL engine. You're good. Well, armor destroyed on one of the Arbiter. It's not looking very good for that guy. Oh, an ERPPC clipped one of the Hollander. The armor's gone in the left torso. The Ostsol is dodging like crazy.
It's going Matrix.
Oh, it just took another ERPPC shot.
Looks like it finally caught up to it.
Yeah, you caught up to it. Yeah. I was trying to be a little bit more aggressive with it this turn, and it cost me. Oh, that one has a compact gyro. Okay, that's a good thing to have. Compact gyros are very good when they're armored. When they're not armored, they're just okay.
Yeah.
When they're armored, they're just funny. Well, the yellow jacket's completely dead. Okay. And everybody's still standing up. We'll take it.
That Hollander too. Everything thrown at it, just that long range. Still didn't clip it a lot.
Well, the left torso's armor's gone. And left leg's armor's gone on it. One of the Arbiter's prone and not going to be doing much. And the other one just took a pretty nasty beating as well. I'd still take that Arbiter with an LB10X and a small pulse laser over a Urban Mech, though, because it also has a hand, which the Urban Mech doesn't have.
I'd take practically anything over an urban mech.
A suburban mech.
Oh, the suburban mech, awesome, because it's a. Yeah, I mean,
So
the Warhammer is looking pretty darn rough, though. So
because your Warhammer lost a lot of its heat sinks.
A scratch your arms off. No, it isn't.
Oh, and the heat from having its part of its engine open up.
oh yeah,
Yeah, that thing's going to get really hurt.
Oh, it does have an XL engine, but it's a Clan XL. Yeah, okay, it's not great.
Still, that don't tickle.
You're fine. You're fine.
I mean, it's just metal. Metal can be replaced.
We just need to resolve some ghost rifle problems.
Now, technically LB10X problems, but that's getting solved on its own, it seems. I would like a version of the Hollander with a silver bullet Gauss rifle.
Yeah.
That would make it a better flak platform.
Okay, so just to go over the objective again, armor. We got to take out the we got to take out the anti-air, and then land both one of your transports with troopers and the empty transport on the building. Yes.
Yes.
Okay, we're getting there.
Well, you don't even need to take out the AA. Technically, you just need to land the things there. If the AA is in the way, though, that's not a good thing for the transports.
No, not a bit.
They're coming around, but it'll be a few turns, and hopefully the AA will be mostly suppressed at that point. Then the battle armor can drop in, shoot up the foot platoons, and yours will be able to land.
I mean, one of the foot platoons already injured because a building collapsed on them.
Armor, can you say that again? I didn't catch a word of that.
So the Anhurs are going to come around. They'll paradrop onto it. They'll shoot up foot platoons, and then your Anhur come in and land near the building.
All right, got it. Until then, I will keep focusing on the AA. Anne Marie's got a grudge.
He's still relatively healthy. Your Warhammer can still move, so it can get mostly out of the way of the Plainsman. We'll deal with that thing, and then
Yeah, let's... Actually, I don't think the Warhammer can move. It's crippled.
it still has movement, right? It still has the 4/6 move. Yeah. It says crippled because that's its indicator for the force withdrawal rules.
No, you don't understand. It's not giving me the option to click the walk or back up buttons.
Oh, because it's too hot.
Oh, yep. Gotta wait it out.
16 heat. Doesn't matter. Can you still turn in place?
I think so. No.
No. Okay.
No, I cannot. Well, guess I'll just hope for the best.
Just hope that all those SRMs don't go into your already damaged resources.
Man, there are some people in Prof's server that would kill me for doing this to a Warhammer. Real talk, though, the Warhammer is one of my favorites, too.
Or Warhammers were meant to be replaceable.
Not to me.
It's fine,
I think I'm just gonna have my transport park it for the moment.
Slight issue.
What?
It's in range.
Fuck.
You should have parked it there.
Oh, too late now. Okay, we can really start going to town now.
Let's. I'm just going to evaporate that plainsman.
Do it. Do it. The Warhammer can still fire with some of its stuff.
I mean, technically. The element is at max
It can't hit anything!
because it's at 16 heat, so it has like what, a +5?
Well, it could fire its streak SRMs if anything was in range. Much less shooting from me.
It's fine, the rotor took the hit. The Arbiter's firing out. It hit the Anhur, but it's fine. It's only a rotor hit. It's fine. You have armor for that. That was a solid slug. It's fine. It's fine. The Huller 2 firing his Chaos Rifle, getting into internals on the Viper. The Viper shooting back. See that Plainsman just racking up the damage on it. Stabilizer damage. You're hitting it. Crew stunned. All sorts of stuff coming in, and a large pulse laser finally finishing it off. I think I overkilled it a bit because the rest of my attacks all went into it. So the rest of them. Ghost Rifle slapping your right arm off. Your Mad Cat's taking out the arm of the Arbiter.
Woohoo!
Is that one? That was the arm that had its LBX. So that's good to see. Good to see. Still standing upright, but it doesn't have anything else to shoot back you with.
Warhammer will buff out. It's fine.
We have 39,999 of them. We're fine.
I don't understand why people say they want 40,000 Warhammers. A company is enough for me.
And when you're done. The Warhammer has now sunk enough heat. It can move again.
Yay!
It's now this turn. You need to move your Anhur to not be within range. You could
we-
actually take
Did
it
we
down.
lose? Did we lose Prof's voice?
I think we have.
I'm back. I'm back.
Okay.
There you are.
I hit mute by mistake. My bad.
Okay.
So I
You
think,
thinking I should have my double C fall back a little?
yeah, you might be able to decrease in height down to like a height level 1 and actually get underneath their guns, and they wouldn't have a line of sight of you if you hug close to the cliff.
Okay, so I'm gonna click go down.
Yes.
Hmm.
And then
Maybe
it'll
one
have
more
it'll
time?
have a second number for your elevation, because right now you're at elevation 6.
Oh yeah, I need to go down further. 5,
So yeah, you
4,
could go down to
3,
-1.
2. Still in sight. 1. That's as far down as it can go.
Really? Okay. See if you can't use the cliffs.
You know what? I will actually just back up. That should help.
Okay, so let's get
Well-
ready.
that didn't work.
Oh, it fell. I see a splatter next to
I
the
tried
tower.
jumping down.
Oh!
It tried.
The little arbiter that
attempt was
almost
made.
could.
An attempt was made.
March gave it a good try.
It probably took so much damage from the fall that it just evaporated.
Right?
We'll see when we get to the to that portion of the movement phase.
Moving forward with half of a warhammer is a bold choice.
It's a bioroid. It's expendable.
It's great to actually be able to say that about battle mechs for once. Like, man,
I'm enjoying it while I can. This might be the only time I get to say it.
like in a normal Battletech environment, it'd be like, no, like try to save your mechs as much as you can. Now with bioroids, it's like, what? You just lost 3 mechs? Jeez, that was a good engagement.
Yeah, we'll buff out those scratches.
Just
Tell the
roll
little
more.
dudes inside to walk it off.
It's like with Supreme Commander. Well, the commander lived. It doesn't matter what other casualties were there.
Exactly.
I am really impressed with my Timberwolf pilot right now. She's wrecking face.
Well, it's still a timber wolf.
Two levels. Okay. I can get off of this cliff.
Come on, foot platoons, go do foot platoony things. Oh, did I crash?
Don't do the thing. I'm going to do the thing.
Oh.
Pretty much Captain Kirk and Mr. Spock's relationship in a nutshell.
Yes, but you have to realize that Kirk is a massive nerd as well.
Yeah.
So,
Actually,
like
my
it's
favorite.
Picard. It's Picard that got almost kicked out of Starfleet Academy for being an asshole. So yeah, he basically jumped down, wrecked a bit of his legs. Then the damage went into the AC-10 ammo and blew up.
What?
He landed on his ammo.
Oh man! Oh no!
Oh, and he also landed on his head. So you know,
Somehow.
that guy was an idiot, a special level idiot, actually.
Okay, before I start shooting, I'm gonna go get a drink.
Are you? Was it the dumbest thing you've ever done? Possibly. Is it the last thing you've ever done? Also. All right, I'll try to take out the Warhammer there. We'll have something.
Finally. The Warhammer can finally die.
Well, the foot platoons might get in range and start shooting the AK-47s at your mechs. No, 2 of them are laser platoons. They're not. They've got the good guns.
They're laser AK-47s.
Exactly. Now, lasers, well, you get more range. Same kind of damage, but more range. And they're worth about double the battle value. But it's infantry, so.
If you look at like the old art, they have the laser rifle is almost like ray gun gothic.
Mm-hmm.
Up to a plastic box. Let's see. I think that Hollander 2 is going to evaporate. Is there not the Hollander 2 with the heavy Gauss rifles? Those would be scary.
Oh, just they don't build those. Oh, wait. Did I say that out loud? Oh. There's a reason why there's Hollander's ear. And there's a reason why there's a whole lot of hostiles. They might have a hidden factory on the planet that is going to be your next major objective.
Well, I mean, we would see the Arbiter and probably dismiss it.
I mean, you already captured the factory that makes the Arbiters, and that's where you learned that they make the fancy Arbiters with LB-10Xs, and you're like, well, that's actually a not a good mech, but, you know, it's decent.
Tex might be excited of just like having some old record of some obscure security mech called the Arbiter.
It's not that old. It's 3080, if I remember right. The Arbiter's fairly recent. It's an odd duck. It is a really odd duck mech. And
coming out with a heavy rifle just as something you sell as to stand out in front of your corporate building and look scary.
Yeah, that's the goal of it.
To someone that doesn't know what a battle mech is.
It will be scary. And I mean, it's fairly fast. It's got okay armor. If you're shooting at anything that's got commercial armor, which is what like terrorists and regular people will have, it's going to work just fine.
You shoot at technicals.
Yeah, I mean, shooting at technicals, an heavy rifle is going to mess things up real bad. So, I mean, for that, it works pretty well. This is just the actual battle mech version of it.
With
an LB-10
and tried to sell to the Taurians. It was an industrial mech. It was a militia mech.
It's a Quasit.
The Quasit, that was it. Like, look, it has environmental sealing as it emerges from the water. I think those guys got like 10 years hard labor for that.
Look, did it work when they needed mechs to fight against the Star League? Not really, but it was a mech.
Okay, I'm back. Let's start shooting.
I don't think
LRM-5 SRM-4 medium laser machine gun. I mean, look, if you look at the Quasit and you actually make it a battle mech rather than a militia mech.
I mean, for something that's going to be coming out, I mean, like, if you had this and you were trying to make it in the periphery, then yeah, it would make sense.
And it's still a fusion engine on it, and it's still battle mech armor on it. It's not commercial. So,
but it's an industrial mech with environmental sealing.
Yeah, so you've got the other issues.
Might as well.
It's a well-armed tractor.
Like if you had to say, okay, I need to build something and this is it, but if you were buying it, I can see why the Taurians were upset when they had actual battle mechs that they could have bought instead.
Well, that's the thing. They could by 2517, the Toro was in production.
So yes,
the Toro. Oh no, the basic Toro is 2481. The armor on the Quasit and the speed on the Quasit would be better than the Toro at that point, though. That's the thing. The full production Toro is 2548. So you have to realize that early battle mech history, things get really weird. And when I did the Torian Concordat video, I did talk about the Quasit, and it has its reason to be. It's not a good reason, but it is one.
It's a reason.
There you go. Gauss rifle, both Gauss rifles, not, well, going through the internal on the Warhammer, but that Warhammer's there. Shoulder it on the, well, the gun's not on the shoulder, so it's okay. Almost out of armor on the other arm. Section destroyed on the left leg. That's really bad. That's really bad. Losing legs is not a good thing.
No.
Section destroyed right arm. That's not too bad. Lower arm actuator. They've got.
How it can't get up.
I've
Missing a leg and an arm.
I've fallen and I can't get up. It
That's
is
why
very
I have
prone.
life alert.
It is very prone, not just a little prone. It is very prone. And the other Allender is looking rough. But all the weapons are in the torso because it's a mech built for MechWarrior 5 or MechWarrior Online. I'm surprised that they haven't put the Allender in MechWarrior. Oh, it's because there's two versions. There's the small and the big one, and that would probably mess up whatever they're doing. Yeah, that's
small
probably
and
why.
a big Hollander?
Yeah. The small Hollander is 35 tons.
Oh, that's the Hollander 1.
Yeah. The Hollander 2 is and there's a Hollander 3, isn't it? Isn't there a Hollander 3?
I think that might refer to the one with the heavy Gauss rifle. Or something.
I think we're almost ready to
All
start
the
sending
Hollanders are on the
transports in.
same page as the Hollander. So that's what makes it really annoying, because you got a Hollander, the Hollander 2, and the Hollander 3, and all of them are on the same page. And no, the Hollander 3 is built by GM for the Federated Sons, so it has an Ultra AC-10 instead, and a supercharger. It has a supercharger.
I mean, I can definitely see wanting a ton of Hollanders when the clans start coming in, and this is what you have that can match their range.
It's a nice little sniper mech, and like I said, if you add one with a silver bullet Gauss and the anti-air trait, it would be a really good anti-air mech as well. A really cheap anti-air mech, I should say, not good. Cheap.
And then just have something durable out in front of it.
Yeah. But then again, the best anti-air mech is still the Hatchet Man, so.
Throw that sucker.
As a cheap bodyguard, the Hatchet Man works really well. After having I do some tests in MegaMek before I write videos and do videos sometimes for some of that stuff. And I'm like, well, that can be used this way fairly well. And I've gotten decent results, and sometimes it's just terrible results, but just how it is.
Dice, what are you going to do? Or in MegaMek's case, RNG.
I mean, I really like that the Hollander has reinforced legs as a quirk, but no jump jets. That makes it absolutely useless.
Do you normally like to have jump jets on your snipers and anti-airs?
Yes. Jump jets are fantastic on units like that. You want to be able to be super mobile with a sniper, and be like, okay, I'm gonna jump 5x's back on top of a thing and shoot you, or jump 5x's back right in the middle of a forest while you try to catch up with me. Jump jets I would put jump jets on just about every mech if I could, because they're really good.
The Shadowhawk 2C sitting right there is my anti-aircraft mech.
There you go.
Shadowhawk, my old staple. I suppose the alternative to having jump jets on something like a sniper is to give it lots of armor, like we see with the Warhawk.
The Warhawk's more of a brawler because it's a clan mech.
Yeah,
so
right.
You just walk up to stuff and kill it.
It's less an anti-air mech as much as it is an anti-everything mech.
I'm starting to think those.
I think it's your turn to move, but I think you only have your
Oh,
Warhammer
yeah, you're
left.
right. No, I have the
and the Anhur.
I have the CC as well, but gotta wait for the rooftop to be a little more clear.
I was wanting to hide the infantry in the buildings, but then I realized that those are Chinesian buildings, unfortunately. Pure Chinesium. The strongest material known to man, if you're in China.
The most malleable material known to man.
No, it's the most powerful material known to man if you're in China. If you're anywhere else, you actually know it doesn't work.
I like 3D printing drill bits and then painting them silver and leaving them around for my coworkers.
Oh, and the guy failed his ejection. Nice job.
Well, he failed, but he still ejected safely.
Yeah, it's because it's clear terrain, so it's not.
All right. I'm going to see if I can vaporize some of those dudes on foot with my transport. Going to focus on the ones on the... Actually, no, I'll take care of the ones on the road. Make things a little easier there.
Ha! The laser platoon can reach. Go laser platoon.
Go laser moon!
I mean, it's not one laser that's the problem. It's 28 of them.
Something field of las guns.
The thing is, the laser rifles in Battletech are better than las guns. But then again, the actual las gun, if you go through lore, it actually is a damn good weapon.
I mean, in 40k lore?
Yeah.
Dude, las guns in actual lore are terrifying.
I mean, they're good against 99% of the Xenos in the galaxy. They're dead now. There's the 1%.
That is an accurate statement.
Considering they're being
if you play Necromunda,
old one, like galactic super weapons, being the orcs.
Man, if you play Necromunda and you've got las weapons, you know how good they are. Well, the Hollander just had his Gauss rifle explode from
the first shot.
Swoop! It's gone.
Well,
everything else is just going to make a messier wreck of it.
Well, no, some people are shooting at the Arbiter, and the LB-10X ammo went on that one. Well, I've got 4 platoons of infantry left. You guys.
And here come the battle armor. We do a
Let's go.
And the Viper has machine guns, and the Mad Cat has machine guns.
Oh yeah, I took a bunch of pulse weapons.
Oh no, it's small pulse lasers is even worse. Oh jeez. Machine guns are bad. Small pulse lasers are worse.
What about micro lasers?
No, micro lasers are not that bad. They're not that terrifying to infantry. They will kill stuff, but they're not that terrifying. The best is the small pulse laser or the plasma cannon, but plasma cannons is too much of an investment for it to be really all that useful. Let's go
Well,
with that.
You still could vaporize infantry with micro lasers, yeah,
Oh yeah.
especially if you have 5 or 6 of them.
Oh, that's the thing. That's why micro laser mechs generally you've got 8, 9, 10 of them.
How many does the Grizzly 2 have? At least 4.
10. If I remember right, it's 10 because reasons.
Look, everyone, the original Grizzly sucked, so let's just make an urban defender and call it a day.
Grizzly is it's an odd duck mech.
I just looked. The Grizzly 2's got 6 micro lasers.
6? Okay.
Still
I
nothing
can
to
remember
sneeze
what
at
has
if you're
10.
firing
I know
infantry.
I know the piranhas. There's a version of the piranha that has like
the piranha is a walking machine gun that jumps in, fires everything, dies, and refuses to elaborate.
It's also one of the few clan mechs that has single heat sinks.
Well, the original, there's no reason to have double heat sinks on them. Well, no, actually, with 2 ER medium lasers, it's going to run odd if it shoots everything. But I mean, it's not like the machine guns are going to run odd to begin with.
Isn't there a version of the Vapor Eagle that has a ton of pulse lasers, or small pulse lasers?
Oh no, there's a few Intersphere mechs that are like clan mechs that are meant to just shoot infantry alive. So
Do
They
you
don't
want to?
respect infantry, so they just want them to go away so the real mechs can get to them.
Vapor Eagle 7. You got a mask and a supercharger, and you can't jump. But you got a mask and a supercharger. You've got APODs, a plasma cannon in the left arm, an ERPPC in the other, and a grand total of 10 micropulse lasers. Infantry, go away. That's what that mech is.
Do you want me to wait to bring my transport in, or go ahead and come in?
Go for it. Go for it.
Let's do it.
If you're bringing a Marauder 3D in the current era where we're playing, you're courageous. That's what I'm going to say, Stormwind, because in 3155, the Marauder 3D is a little bit outmatched by pretty much everything. And not just a little. It's not going to be able to do much.
Here I am.
The thing, when you've got enough machine guns, infantry's going to die. That's for sure, because infantry's just not that tough to begin with. But Tingars are going to start looking really nasty. If you got like 6 machine guns shooting at a tank, with the number of crits you're going to start piling on those tanks, they're just going to evaporate at some point, because machine guns, it's small its, lots of small its are very good against vehicles, infantry, battle armors, and VTOLs. Against battle mech, aerospace fighters, a lot of small its are not going to be as threatening. It's gonna still things, but
No head armor.
did I black out someone by shooting at it with laser rifles?
The Viper that just ran up to shoot at the Black Bear.
Oh shit!
Well,
Took 1 hit, 2 hits.
That infantry went Super Saiyan.
yeah, but
Okay, but look at what happened immediately to them afterwards.
They're very much destroyed. Then the laser rifles shooting at the battle armor is doing a little bit of damage.
Oh, one of those troopers actually did take a heavy hit earlier, so.
Yeah, the medium lasers and medium pulse lasers killing more infantry. Then auto rifles, go! Well, and then small pulse lasers start chewing through more of them. Hey, they're all those infantry guys are troopers. They're just dying, but not that. Well, no, fairly quickly. They survived the turn. See, they're doing good, and the Viper's immobile now.
If the platoon that immobilized the Viper had survived, I would say give those guys medals.
Posthumous medals.
Posthumously.
Look, with your Marauder 3D, you bring it into shop. I'll keep it a Marauder 3D, but it'll be a little bit better once it's out of the shop. I'm not even going to go fancy. I'm just going to put the standard kind of stuff in it, and you'll see. You'll get a good Marauder 3D. Probably with a pair of snub-nose PPC and ER large laser double eat sinks. Just not even changing the frame, not changing anything fancy, changing maybe the armor, changing the guns. And it should work after that.
Okay, I'm going to start landing this transport. So to land it, I just go down, don't I?
Yeah,
Yep.
to level 0.
Okay, I clicked go down as far as I could.
Yeah. Matt, the Marauder 3D is my favorite Marauder. Some people like the Merrick one with the 2 large lasers better. I like the 3D better, personally, in the Succession War era. I mean, there's no reason to have a AC5 because AC5s are, well, it can work, but I'm not sure it's that good of an idea, I guess. I mean, if you add the money for a 3D, not even sure what I'd be running on it. All right. All right, infantry guys. It's your last turn. Try to do something cool.
Be a hero.
Before they evaporate. So they have mobile bioroid, no condition to fire.
Get him, Pepe.
Shoot at the elementals. And you guys shoot at the elementals as well. That's a way to build a Marauder, I would say.
Okay. Well, since it doesn't matter, let's just see how high the heat can go.
How high the heat can go is
Cockpit
always a fun thing to try. Oh no, is that someone was offering cheap viewers? I forgot to click their link. I've lost my cheap viewers. Hey, the laser platoon managed to destroy one of your small pulse lasers. They paid for themselves.
Oh, wow.
An attempt was made. Foot platoon destroyed, foot platoon destroyed, and foot platoon destroyed. You have rescued the prisoners of war. But it was a decent fight.
That was fun.
And the bioroid wakes up.
Yeah, that's good. I think I'd have to check if you guys still have them, but I think in the original files, they add the thing where they ignore the first it as well because they're not alive, so its don't affect them as much as normal. So, well, congratulations. You have rescued the prisoners of war. We'll arrange things. I'll fix you up a unit, Druth, out of what you've brought with the Timberwolf and what's left of that Warhammer, let's say. The poor blackjack at its day.
Yeah, that blackjack is done for. We'll recycle it.
If I do this, no, you guys do /victory, so I'll slash.
Oh.
I'll defeat.
Knowledge by all opponents.
Limit defeat.
Yes, and then you also need to.
Yeah, Druth needs to do this /victory, I think. Yeah.
And then
what
end round.
What is that exact? Okay, hold on. I'm clicking done.
No, it's okay. I don't care about the salvage file anyways. Doesn't matter in this case.
Hold on. What's the /victory thing?
It declares victory or defeat, but you have to do it at the end of the turn where we were.
So I'll just have to.
Yeah, don't worry about it.
All right.
So I'll just end the stream here. I do have to get ready to go to bed if I want to wake up at a decent hour tomorrow.
Okay. I'll consider what I'm going to bring in next.
And I will.
And you said that the next unit is going to have what's left over from this one?
Left over from this one, left over from the previous one. We'll arrange what you guys what you have. I wasn't able to kill anything from. I mean, I was close to getting that Viper though. I was getting there with the Viper.
Okay, but I'll message you a question or two and you can answer it as soon as you're able.
So I'll see everybody later. Thank you for watching. Tomorrow we're going to have a video on the Annihilator on the YouTube channel. And I will